Hello and welcome to 5 Minute Motivation. Today I would like to talk about being realistic. There is a quote that I like so much, and it says that it's better to focus on the step just before you instead of looking at the whole staircase. What does that mean? It is important to make an assessment of whatever it is you can do in the current time, in the present moment. Sometimes people fail not because they cannot succeed, but simply because they look at the enormity, the greatness of whatever it is that they need to achieve, and they compared it to whatever it is that they have right now. See, sometimes in life, the provision, the means to accomplish a great vision come as you progress. So it is important for you to learn to take it one step at a time. What is it that you can do right now instead of focusing on everything else you can do in the next 10 years? What is it that you can do today? What is it that you can do in a week time, in a month time, or in a year? Of course, um, we do have need, or we should actually plan ahead of time. But in as much as we are supposed to plan ahead of time, we should never be caught into not being realistic. You gotta have a great vision, of course. That is a must. You need to have a huge vision. But with that, you need to have steps. That vision, that great vision, you have to come to the place where you break it in small pieces, doable pieces, and you begin to focus on each and every single piece with what you have. You see, many a times we think we have to gather everything at once to achieve that which we need to achieve. Say, for instance, you want to open up a business. Many people can have a great idea, but they will keep it in the shelf for a year, for 2, for 3 years, because they are looking for 500,000 to kickstart this big project and have it big at once. In as much as that can happen in some cases, but most of the times it doesn't happen like that. This great vision of yours, this desire you have to write it down and find ways to split it down, to break it into pieces, to dissect it in smaller sections. And instead of focusing on all the sections at the same time, instead of looking at what is at number 10, look at what you have right in front of you. What can you do? For instance, how about just starting with registering that business and have at least all the paperwork? Then you can take the next step and the next step and the next step, instead of just having an idea that is awesome and sitting there doing nothing about it. I want to speak to somebody and encourage you today and tell you that it's good that you have that vision, but you must be realistic. Now, being realistic doesn't mean you do not have confidence. Being realistic doesn't mean you are no longer a visionary, or being realistic doesn't mean you are now a pessimistic person. No, not necessarily. Being realistic is making an assessment of whatever it is that you have or what you can get, and what it is that you can do with what you have or what you can get, and start from there. Say, for instance, you want to open up a boutique, for instance. Before you start looking for a venue in town or at the shopping mall and have people you can hire, buy stock from Turkey or China, what about starting small? Starting with what you can do, using your cell phone, buying stuff from one place to another, advertising them on your social media, and start there. Begin to build up your client base. And from that, you move to a bigger step and a bigger step and a bigger step. Many a times we want this huge entrance. We want this big things that just happen once, at once, so to speak. And because we are so obsessed with the idea of having it start big at once, then we are stuck. We are not able to progress. We are not able to do anything. We are not able to actually achieve our goal. We're not able to do that which we are supposed to do. So today I want you to know that you can begin where you are. You can begin with what you have, and you can do something with the little that you have, but you must be realistic. My name is Coach J.I. King, and this was 5 Minute Motivation. If you like this video, if you like one of our previous videos as well, why don't you click the like button, click the share button, and do not forget to subscribe or to follow my page on Facebook or all other social media outlets for more of this kind of information. Peace.